time.
Hey, Amir, how you doing, buddy? Great to see you.
Please subscribe to Sharonatsea Travel. Thank you.
What's going on, everybody?
Good evening, everyone.
Woo! What is up? What is up? What is up? Sharon, welcome home.
It's never fun coming home after a cruise.
It's never fun. Never, ever fun. But we're here. We're home. We're back. We are we refreshed? I mean, I don't know. We're barely refreshed.
No.
I'm still. I don't hope I'm not disappointing anybody, but I'm still hydrating.
Yeah.
It was a little bit of a wild crowd last week. I don't mind telling you guys. You got your Red Frog cup. You're filling up with water. I got the Powerade. We're just trying to rejuvenate and get back to normal. The one thing about a cruise is when you go and you have a good time and you're going all hours of the night and you got a lot of things happening, it takes a lot out of you, doesn't it?
It does.
What happened to the good old days of just laying out all day by the pool and sitting around doing nothing and having dinner, getting to bed early, getting up early? I don't think I've seen a sunset in like 4 cruises. I don't know what the deal is. It's out of control.
Or a sunrise.
Or a sun. Oh yeah, that's what I mean. A sunrise.
We actually had a fairly good sized balcony this time, and I really didn't get to go out on it enough. So
there you go. Tessa Almond said she was hydrating. Then she decided to have a drink or two for this. Perfect. Thank you, Chef Mig. Chef Mig says we look refreshed. So wow, what a. I don't even know how to put into words how great last week was. You know, we were I'm sorry, I'm going off on a tangent already, but we had our last group cruise quite a while ago at the end of 2019.
Yeah. October
2019, and of course we had a couple planned with a few other folks, and those all got squashed by the pandemic and the Perlman-19, as we call it here on the channel, the virus. And I didn't know what this one was going to be all about. There were one or two people, a couple people we knew already, but a lot of new folks, a lot of new names, a lot of new faces. And I got to tell you, it was amazing.
It was.
It was amazing.
Yeah. I wish we were still there with everyone.
Yes. I don't know where you want to begin. I know you have a few notes that you took, and you want to talk a little bit about the group cruise itself and the group, and then maybe
the group cruise a little bit, and then we'll talk about what we thought about the ship. And
yes, we'll talk group cruise, and we'll talk a little bit about
favorite things and maybe not so favorite things, but there's really not that many.
Well, first off, let me just say, look, I want to thank and for us, on behalf of for me and Sharon and of course Matthew, thank you to everybody who came. Everyone was so awesome. We made new friends, new family members, and people that we can't wait to see again and cruise again with. Plans are already being made and stuff like that. People already booked on other group cruises, and hopefully they're even more excited now to be going and hanging out. And it was just awesome. Let me show you guys a quick little picture of the group itself. This was everybody, basically everybody. A couple of folks didn't make it to this particular moment. But this was a group picture that we took at the meet and greet, and that was fantastic. And yes, I will tell you right now, masks were down for the picture. Don't give me any grief about it, okay?
Well,
we were in the bar restaurant.
We did take 2 pictures. We took this one, and then we actually had kind of like Mardi Gras masks, the things you kind of hold up in front of your face.
Mm-hmm.
So we kind of took that too, and we were going to post both, saying, we do have our masks on.
That's right. There were a number of amazing people that we saw, and I'm not going to go name by name, and anyone in the chat who wants to say they were there, and hopefully they can say they had a good time, is fantastic. But it was just great meeting everybody, and we'll point them out in the crowd as we see them in the chat if they're down there. You want to jump in the chat real quick and see who's here with us tonight, and say hi to a few folks. I don't know where to start at. Let's see
a few already.
I do see a few. Let me go back to about 6:05, which is when usually our 3-minute intro ends. It ends at 6:05 because we're usually 2 minutes late.
Flamingo Pam first up there.
Flamingo Pam, I see you. Hold on. Let's see. I see. All right. I see Pierre Broderick. Jennifer Heath says, "I am still exhausted." Jennifer Heath, you are amazing.
You are
amazing, and you're our neighbor down the street. So we're going to be contacting you to hopefully be able to hang out a little bit. Lindy Lou, I see you. Flamingo Pam, of course. Flamingo Pam was fantastic. Meeting her, hanging out with her. I may or may not have danced with her one night. I'm not sure if there's any video of that. I hope there's not.
Actually, I don't know if I posted that or not. But
you
know
did
what?
not. You probably did not.
If I didn't, I will try and get that posted.
Tess Almond is here, and she was there. She was amazing. Love meet and test. Chef Megs is here. What's up? Sue O'Connor was there. The O'Connor family. It's never fun getting back and still trying to get back into it. Sue, it was lovely meeting you guys. Fantastic. Dewey Ski. Look at all the names right here. He says some were more wilder than others. Dewey Ski from Just Dewey at Dewey's Destinations. What an amazing time seeing Dewey and hanging out with him. Let's see. Cynthia Barber was there. What's going on, Sin? Clarence and Sin were there.
They were.
Great to see and meet you guys as well. Crazy Cat Traveler.
We saw them at the airport, too.
Oh, yeah. We saw them all over the place.
As we were coming off.
Sig Cruiser's here. Leanne Franciscone is in the house. Our amazing moderator. On a side note, knock on Nurse Nancy. Right now, she's with her daughter. They are doing something. I won't go too deep into it, but Nancy, we love you. If you're not around, don't worry. Handle your business, and we will see you a little bit later. Thank you so much. Sharon Pinkley said, my travel agent's a rock star. Thank you, SAS, for taking care of us. Mardi Gras, here we come. Aw, Sharon, that is so nice.
Thank you, Sharon.
Thank you so much for the super chat. That is amazing. Thank you. Let's see. Tess Alman says, I expect my October cruise will be what you're describing, a lot less busy. It may be for you, Tess. Riding with Larry and Diane were there. They were fantastic. Seeing those guys again. The Cruise Nuts, hello. Jamie Wilhite, Chris Goo, Shelly Griffiths is there. Hello, Shelly. Nice to see you. Marty Wise is here. Who else is in the house? Dina Shunia. I don't want to miss anybody. Amy Franzak, hello. Melinda Kaplan, Jennifer De La Cruz is here. Timothy Walters in the house. Timothy. Oh, man, that was a tough game yesterday. We'll talk about that later. Mary Ellen Dillon is here. Woohoo, girl. There she is. Woohoo's in the house. The other half, the better half of the Diane and Larry team. Speaking of Larrys, I just want to say this. There were a lot of Larrys.
There were
a lot of Larrys on our trip. More Larrys than I've hung out with at any one time in my life. There's a picture. The picture's been named. You know how like an art piece, a drawing, a painting is named something? Like the Mona Lisa, or I don't even know any more art. But I named this picture so many Larrys. There's me on the left, and to my left in this picture is Larry, and Larry. It reminds me of the Daryl, and Daryl type of deal. I love this picture. Thank you to the three Larrys for posing for that picture. Amazing memories with those guys. It was unbelievable. Let's jump back into the chat here. I'm so wound up. I already need a moment of zen, I think. Tara Kelly's here. Hello. Rhonda Carney, hey, what's up? Carla McClendon. Carla was there with her friend Brenda. Yep. Amazing meeting and seeing you guys.
Yes.
Mary Barkley, hello, said, so glad you had a great time. Lindy Lou, hello, what's up? Cruisin' Susan's here. Jennifer, he said, thank you for all your hard work in putting this together. Oh, Jennifer, listen.
Yeah, thank you, Jennifer, for all of your help as well.
You guys make it so easy because everyone was so much fun. Yeah. Tony Jackson's in the house. What's up, Tony? Hank Shannon. Robert Blend is here. Hello from Boston. What else do we have? I'm going to jump ahead a little bit in the chat.
Pam,
Hold on. Don't try to read this right now. I'm trying to work backwards.
Donna Leonhardt.
It's so good to hear you had a fantastic time with the group cruise. It really, really was. We were blown away by the people that we met. It was unbelievable. Spiker's Crazy Adventures is out there. What's going on, guys? How are you doing? Aspen ATC. Let's see. I saw you on the Mardi Gras, and your son is very tall, said SEG183. Thank you. He is. You know why? It's the milk. It's the milk. He drinks the milk all the time. Kim Taylor, Big G and Snuggles says, what's up, James Shaza? And the Pizza King, Matthew. Hello.
Pizza King. That's
Never Stop Cruising is here. Hey. Clarence and Cynthia from Never Stop Cruising is here and still recovering. Oh, okay. There you go. Yes, Clarence and Cynthia was awesome meeting those guys.
Besides the group, we met so many people on the Mardi Gras that just came up and said hi, and it was so great meeting so many people. It's just there's so many nice people out there.
That's right.
So fun.
Melinda Kaplan says, I want to cruise, but my husband won't. He says it's too big of a petri dish for the virus. Melinda, tell him this. Say, where else can you go that when you walk into this place, every person is vaccinated, every person's been tested and tested negative in the last 3 days. It's constantly cleaned and maintained. Half of the areas are outdoors. A quarter of the areas are eating and drinking places where you can mask up or mask down. You could easily, if you don't huddle around people at the bars and you minimize your contact at the food venues and stuff like that, the ones where there's lines, you can easily avoid people. And that's all I can tell you. And other than that, take them to Walmart. and then take him on the cruise ship, and he will be ready to cruise
Yeah.
more. That's for sure. Vonavi's Vacations. Hey. My travel agent's a rock star too. 18 days, 17 hours of panorama. First cruise since December 2000. Not a typo. So excited.
Aw, thank you, Bonavi.
Vonavi's Vacations. Is
I know.
that something new? What am I
Think that's
catching
a
on
new
to?
name.
Oh my God, you guys are amazing. Marty Wise, thank you so much. Book Christmas on the Mardi Gras. It's a blast. Don't spend too much time on the parking deck at Phoenix. Whoa, Marty. Thanks for the tip, Marty. I
Oh my
appreciate
God.
that.
Thank you, Marty.
Very nice, everybody. Neil Drucker said, Sharon, thanks for everything today with my canceled cruise and my new booking on the Magic in November. SASC rocks. You're on a roll.
You are welcome, Neil.
People are loving you. Thank you guys for the
It's
super
been-
chats. You're amazing.
Busy since I've been back.
You have been busy. Yes, you got it. We got in late. Saturday night we got in pretty late. It was a long day. We left Orlando. We flew to
Oh my God.
We originally
So-
were set to fly to Atlanta.
Right.
That
It
got
changed.
changed, and we ended up flying to Minneapolis, St.
And-
Paul, Minnesota.
And we didn't think that much about it at first. We're like,
Minnesota.
whatever, we'll get home. And then when it hit, when we were getting off the ship, we're like, oh yeah, I forgot we're flying to Minneapolis. And
Yeah.
we're like, oh my gosh, like a 3.5 hour or so flight there. Then we had like a 3 hour layover, and then we had another 3 hour and 3.5 hours. So
Yeah.
flight from there back to Phoenix. It was a long day. Although I did sleep on the plane the first flight, I think it was. I probably slept most.
I want to say that right now, this may be the greatest comment ever. Brian Carroll, it was amazing meeting you. I hope, Brian, that you had a great time because we had a great time with you. I know what happens in the casino after 2 a.m. stays in the casino, but I enjoyed watching Jamie drink and gamble responsibly on the last night.
Oh.
Yes. See that? Thank you, buddy. I appreciate you saying that.
That
I
was nice,
appreciate you
Brian.
saying that. I was surprised that it played out that way, but thank you very much anyway.
I know. That was the only night I think you got. Wasn't that the only night you got to your 15 on the green packet?
Very.
Oh, 3 nights? Oh, well, it didn't seem like
Yes.
you made it to 15 that night.
Thank you very much. That was the one time
So you
that
must
was
have been-
when I paced myself.
You must have been drinking water. And
I came out of the gate on this cruise like a cannonball coming from an old ship or something. It was
Yeah.
unbelievable.
Well, I think a few people did. Everyone was so excited. to be
Holy
on
cow!
that
Yes,
ship.
there were people were bursting with energy. So many. We had just cruised a month and a half earlier on the Vista, so we got that kind of bug out of our system really quick, right? So we were okay with that. But so many people hadn't cruised in 2 years or longer, and they were just so happy to be there.
Yeah,
and
they were.
between being in the group, meeting new people, being on
being
an
on the
amazing
Mardi Gras,
ship, I mean,
yeah.
it was just freaking awesome. I am still just in awe of everything that happened. And then I came home and the Chargers won. But we'll talk about that another time. Let's see what else. Linda Ryan's here. We had a great time. Miss
Hey,
everyone.
Linda.
Oh my God, the Ryans were there. It was great
Yeah.
meeting those guys as well. Let's see. What else do we have? 3 Larrys and Jamie, the best foursome, said Tess Salmon. Thank you, Tess.
Yeah.
Very nice of you to say that. Let me just
Oh,
jump ahead and hold on. I'm
yeah.
just jumping ahead and going back. Hang on there.
New name.
Oh, we
Oh,
got new
lots of
names.
more
We're going
new
to cover.
names,
Meg
actually.
W is here. Iris Kim is in the house. What's up? Candace Edie is here. Hello, I'm missing
Hey,
the cruising.
Candace.
Candace, lovely to see you and meet you as well. And your
Yeah.
lovely family. A bunch of good
I
looking
hope you
kids
had a
in there.
good time. And
Yes.
She was there with her family and kids. And
She was. She had a whole crew with her, and it was great to meet up with you guys. And I hope you had a blast as well. Nathan Reed is here. What's up, Nathan? Charles Hahn is in the house. Nice to see you. Sharon, I just want to tell you, your hair is on point tonight, girl. Said Dina Chania.
oh, well,
Really?
thank you,
Hold on. Let me
Dina.
see. What is it?
Um,
Wow, you look great tonight.
I always get the most compliments on my hair when I don't really do much of anything to it.
Oh,
It's funny.
please. This is your Jennifer Aniston look. Who's Jennifer Aston? She married to Sean
I
Aston.
don't
Let's see. What else? Deborah Blankenship is here. Kevin Brubaker. Hey. Test Almont to everyone. Sharon Jamie Matthew did an excellent job as event host and also splitting their time between us and family time. Highly recommend an SAST cruise. Well, thank you, Tess. I appreciate
you.
that. And
And thank you, Tess,
check
for
is in the mail.
all of your help. Tess basically ran the whole our bar crawl, poker
Yes.
run,
Mhm.
and that was a lot of fun.
She did a great job with that. Flamingo
Pam
Pam
helped
helped her
her,
out a
yeah,
little bit,
with
and
it
that
as
was
well.
yes, that was a blast. What else do we have? See the World with Chris is here. What's up? There's Bill Leach. Bill was here with his buddy. Bill, it was great to see you again. That was Bill's second group cruise with us.
Yeah.
It was amazing.
It was
There's a few folks. I don't know if they're going to be here. Larry and Elaine Thomas. They were fantastic.
They're still on the party.
Listen, nerve of these people. Larry and Elaine Thomas, Dave and Brandy from Dave and Brandy's Excursion, Robin Faber from Life with Faber. They were all with us on the cruise, and they're still on the Mardi Gras.
Yeah.
That's an outrage. So upset with them
I know.
right now. Makes me
I
so
wish we
mad.
could have stayed on a second week. That's one thing I will say about the Mardi Gras. 1 week is just not enough for that ship. That if you're going to do a back-to-back cruise, that is definitely the ship to do it on.
Yes.
You could do different things every day for 2 weeks and never do the same thing.
Yeah.
Like there is so much to do on.
Yeah, Sandy Raftley said, love meeting you guys. Sandy, thank you so much. I'm not going to lie. We met,
thank you,
there were
Sandy.
so many people that stopped us and said hi, and it really, really makes you feel great and warm. And I'm to anyone that we brushed through and didn't hear or wanted to say hi more that we didn't realize and we just passed by. We've already run into one person already who might have mentioned that we were a little bit brief in our stopping by. We did the best we can, I swear to gosh, to meet everybody.
Yeah, I mean, we were so I think so surprised that so many people came up and said hi to us. We're like, oh my,
Yes.
like we're like, wow, it's crazy.
Melinda Kaplan said, LOL, Walmart, right? Thanks for the intro. Crazy Cat Tubby said, don't go to the grocery store if you think a cruise is the petri dish. I saw someone recently eating grapes right out of the bag at the store. Oh my God, that's unbelievable. Thank you for clearing that up.
Now I'm not going to want to buy grapes anymore.
Alfred Inglesby is here. Alfred and Melody. AJ Inglesby, Alfred Inglesby, and Melody. Amazing people.
He's already working on booking 2 more things.
Can I just say something about those two?
Yeah.
Do you want to say? Am I?
Go ahead.
Okay. Guys, if you don't know, Alfred Inglesby, you see him in the chat. His lovely wife Melody. They are. I'm gonna say it, and I probably will stumble over my words, but they are visually impaired. Okay, Melody is 100% visually impaired, and AJ or Alfred is probably about 90 to 95% visually impaired.
Yeah. Correct us if we're wrong.
Yes, yeah. Help me out, AJ, if I'm off with that assessment. But I think that's kind of the gist that I got. And they came on this cruise, and we didn't know what to expect or how it was going to go. And I am blown away at those two and their remarkable spirit, their personalities. They're just, they want to have fun. Nothing holds them back. And
they're amazing. I mean, it's amazing. It was. We can't wait to cruise with them. They are just amazing. And what they have to share is.
Sorry, I just took myself up. I apologize about that.
When we did I sort of say beanbag, the cornhole.
Yes.
Tournament. Melody wanted to play, and can you believe Melody got 2, like, I guess you call it hole in one, where you actually.
I don't know the terminology. Yes.
But she threw it.
She got it in the center hole twice.
On the verge, just shot. And we're like, oh my gosh. Like.
Yes, she was amazing. she's like, I want to play cornhole. And we're like, what? You want to play cornhole? She said, yes, I want to play. And we're like, okay, come on, let's do it. And she jumped right in without even batting an eye. Yeah. They went to so many things. They went on excursions.
They went with us on our excursion in Roatan.
And it was fantastic. They did the tour and everything like that. They got with the sloths. I mean, it was just unbelievable. Let's see. Let me jump back in the chat here and try to compose myself. Oh, the 3-hour layover, that's the worst at Test Online. So right. You're so right.
But, we use that time to eat dinner.
That's right. Jay Scoof, what's going on? Nice to see you out there. Hi, see Cindy and Paul were there. Had a great time in the Mardi Gras. Met a lot of great new High Seas friends. You're right about that. It was fantastic.
Yeah, it was so nice meeting you guys again and eating dinner with you.
That's right. That's right. Dewey said, I gambled too responsibly the last night. Someone had to finance the winners.
No.
Let's see. What else? Jamie, did you win the casino? All right, I didn't lose. I came home on the plus side, and I'm not going to discuss it for details. Timothy Walters, thank you so much for the super chat as well. I really appreciate that. I'm going to swing by your comment in a minute. But a lot of people won in the casino, and a few folks in our group, they won big. I mean big. Yeah. They really won big.
But you came home, I mean, like you said, on the plus side. Not a lot, but a lot.
I came home with just enough that I might be able to gamble for a few minutes in Vegas.
We weren't complete losers this time.
No, we weren't. Let's see. Yeah, Timothy's thing. A burning question, Sharon. Do you have a new favorite ship, Timothy?
I knew that
He
question.
always goes right for the gut with the question.
Okay, Timothy, this is what I'm going to say. I need to. I really, really need to go on the Mardi Gras one more time and do a lot of the things that I didn't do, and just spend the whole thing focusing on the ship, and then I'll really be able to make that decision.
There you go.
Yeah, there are so many things on that ship that we loved. Couple that were a little strange, but of course the ship was amazing.
That's right.
The only thing that it was very big. I mean, it's so big that I guess it takes a little bit of that ship feel away sometimes. But
well, you ran into that on Symphony of the Seas, and
not so much on this ship though.
Yeah,
this was,
not nearly as much on this ship as Symphony of the Seas.
You could see
but,
the ocean on this ship.
Yeah, there was a lot of areas where they had a lot of outdoor area that was easily accessible. Everything was consolidated within like 3 decks, and if you're being honest, more like two and a half decks.
When you first walk in, you feel a little overwhelmed if you haven't been on the ship before, because you're like, don't know where anything is, and everything is laid out totally different than the other Carnival ships. But once you in a couple days kind of moving around, all the main things indoors are in the kind of midship of deck 6, 7, and 8 for the most part.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have your outdoor areas, and it's really pretty easy to get around once you just find maneuvering around. So, and the is what was really a little weird was the way the hallways to all the staterooms, they kind of made some turns and stuff, which the only time I had experienced that before was when we went on the Spirit class ships. There was a little turn, some of those like that. But yeah, the ship is massive.
It is. It was unbelievable. And if you've been on Carnival ships like us before a number of times, it was so neat being on a ship that's totally different than any other Carnival ship that you've experienced. I mean, just the simple things like Guy's Burgers isn't in the Lido area by the pool. Yeah. There's the brew house, the Pig and Anchor, or now it's called the Smokehouse or Brew House. Guy's Brew House. It is huge in the back after the ship in a whole area called Summer Landing. It's an entire venue on its own. It's amazing. John from the Ship Show, thank you so much for the super chat. Gok, I'm not 100% today, but can't miss my peeps on Monday. Thank you, John. We hope you're feeling better too as well. And you take care of yourself. Jet Witt said, welcome back. Hello, Jeff. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Sig Cruiser said, sounds like I need to pace myself on the Mardi Gras in November.
Yeah.
True Texan Girl Jay, watching y'all and waiting for the tropical storm to come in. Yes, if you're in the Gulf, be careful, guys. Another tropical storm coming in as we speak.
We got speaking of weather, we thought for sure we were going to hit rain every day because we checked the weather beforehand, and it said every day rain every port. So we're like, oh, it's going to be like a rain.
We thought it was going to be brutal.
Every day we got off the ship. Beautiful weather, really, for the most part. We got a little bit of clouds in the late afternoon, and one day, on a sea day, we got some rain in the afternoon. Well, I guess at night, I think we got a little bit of lightning and stuff at a distance. That didn't really phase us. That's right. But other than that, I mean, beautiful weather, especially for that particular week. That's usually a monsoon week.
You are so right. People, Sue O'Connor saying they are awesome people. Perfect. Hats off to them. We're talking about the Inglesbys. Melody and AJ are so sweet, said Carla. Dewey Ski saying hi to those guys. Talking about how great they are. Tess Almont said, I heard about that cornhole. How in the world did she do that? It was amazing. It really was amazing. But you just have to point her in the right direction, and she's rolling. It was unbelievable. Yeah. Carla McClendon says...
was hard to get because the wind was blowing, and a lot of us, it was just like blowing, like not even close to
the Ryans. She teamed up with the Ryans, and they were playing Carla and Brenda, and they almost beat them. They almost beat Carla and Brenda. Jennifer, he said Melody and AJ are the sweetest. They swam with dolphins. Am I confusing names? You're hitting me? Yeah. Okay, I apologize if I am. I do that sometimes. Don't listen to me. Just know that she almost single-handedly beat Carla and Brenda. Jennifer said Melody and AJ are the sweetest. They swam with dolphins. That's amazing.
They did.
That is amazing. They held the sloths.
Costa Maya, they swam with dolphins.
Melody has such a sense of humor. Your side hurts when you hang out with them, said Dewey Ski. See, people giving the love to him. Yeah. Unbelievable. Let's see, what else how was the trivia contest? Kathy Johnson, the trivia contest was very challenging for many people. I think we threw him a big curveball. Most people were expecting questions like, how many grandkids do we have? And what are the grandkids' name? And what are the dogs' names? And some of the basic
I know
simple
some
stuff.
people said they
But
studied.
Sharon was like, how many videos do we have on the channel? And if you're within 20, you get a point. And
Well, no, a lot.
In what month of last year did we put out the pizza making video?
No, well, a lot.
Just try to break people down.
Oh my gosh. Well, a lot of the questions got submitted. And oh, speaking of that, we had one person that had already has a lanyard. I'm mailing lanyards to the ones that submitted questions, and someone already had one, so she wanted us to give away her lanyard on our live show. So before we go today, if not, we'll do it next week because I just remembered that and I didn't really come prepared. So we'll give away a couple lanyards. We'll do it next week.
There you go. There you go. People still, O'Connor mentions Guy Burgers. The Guy's Burgers were good, but the fries were different.
But
the ice cream was a little different as well. Yes, Guy's fries right now, if they stay the way they are on the Mardi Gras, not digging them. They're generic and just like fast food.
If you want the fries like Guy's used to be, just with a different shape because they're flat, go to Shaq's Chicken.
Flavor-wise, they're very close.
The fries at Shaq's Chicken remind me of the fries, the old Guy's fries, I guess.
There you go.
Except for they're flat, which I don't care. I thought they were really good.
Mr. Kitchen Talk said, hi guys, where can I get a COVID test result in 2 days? Try your CVS, your Walgreens, your urgent care, call your healthcare provider. They might be able to point you in the right direction as to where to go for that bad boy. They lacked seasoning. That too. They did lack seasoning. Yeah. And the fries were just different. I cannot lie. Dave and Brandy posted a great picture of the lightning one night. Oh, yes. There was a little bit of lightning in the distance. Yeah. On the last day of the cruise, we got a little bit of rain. I think it was like midday, just a little bit. Because the last morning, the cornhole game almost got rained out.
Oh, you know what? It was it was early in the morning. So the next to last day, because we moved the cornhole.
Oh yes,
we had to reschedule it.
Thank you. We did. Desiree Hall, thank you so much for the super chat.
Desiree.
We really appreciate that. Very nice of you. The ship show saying, thanks, Carla. It might be my appendix. That's right, John. You just take care of that appendix, okay? No one needs to see that thing come out. But if it does, can you vlog it, please? We'd love a vlog of the appendix removal if you would. Speaking of stuff on the cruise, here's just a few other quick little things. This is something that we had never done before. There's not a lot. We've cruised a lot. There's not a lot of things that we kind of haven't done, unless there's like skydiving or rappelling off of walls of cliffs or something. But the basic excursion we haven't done. But this was something we hadn't done yet until we did this. That's right. We finally broke through and we went to see the sloths. Sloths. I have trouble saying that. Sloth. We saw the sloth. Sharon got to hug a sloth. I got to hug a sloth. Matthew got to hug a sloth.
A pregnant sloth.
A pregnant sloth, mind you.
You're really having trouble.
I can't. Yes, I struggle with that. I struggle. I don't know what it is. And of course, here is the sloth. Aww. Thank you.
Cute little face.
Little Mrs. Sloth. It was fantastic meeting you, and thank you for allowing us to hold you for a minute. They are everything that you think they are. But the weirdest thing, they have claws that, I am not kidding, are the size of my finger.
Oh, yeah.
But they are sharp, and it's, thank God they're so slow, because if that thing had speed, it could rip your face off. I'm not kidding you. So for all you guys that think that the sloth is the sweetest little animal around, just know that if you decide to make a quick move, it would tear you limb from limb. It would tear you limb from limb. Yeah, Jennifer, he said, woohoo, I won with AJ Melody. Yes, that's a couple of the winners right there.
They were all
couple
big
of
winners.
the winners, the big winners. So that was fantastic. Sharon, what else do you want to talk about with regards to, I don't know if there's more question about the ship.
I saw some other things through there, but
Jay Scoop said the fries at Guy's Burger were the usual ones we all love for the first 2 sailings, but they changed the past few weeks. Heard it's due to supply issue with the specific potatoes needed. I'm not trying to hear that, Jay Scoops. I want the fries that I want when I want them.
You know, it was kind of like the
apologize.
Guy's Burger on the Vista, on our Vista cruise. The buns were completely different than we've ever had on a Guy's Burger, and they weren't as good.
Yeah.
Now the Guy's Burgers on the Mardi Gras, the buns were back to the normal buns.
Yes. That's right. Oh, Life with Favor is there. Hello, Hello, Favor and Rob. We miss having you on board.
Thanks.
I'm sure you do. I'm sure you're thinking, boy, I wish we could be hanging out with Jamie and with him getting sloppy at the bar again. We miss those good old days. That's right. I know you guys are having an amazing time. I just picture all of you kicking back and relaxing, done with your making videos and vlogs and editing or whatever you're doing, and just kicking back at the
I hope that you're getting some more continued good weather this week.
Yes, for sure. For sure.
Well, they went Eastern this time, not Western.
Oh, yes, a whole new thing. Jamie, don't forget that Melody also went on Bolt with Larry Thomas. She did. She did, AJ. You're right. Thank you so much.
She rode Bolt.
Yes. That was fantastic. That is fantastic. I think I said her spirit is amazing. It's motivating. It's something that I couldn't even imagine. And it just makes you feel good. It warms. There's nothing more than it warms your subcockles. It just makes you feel good inside with the spirit of Melody and AJ. That's for sure. Ryan with Larry said Shaq's chicken is better than Chick-fil-A. That's for sure.
It is. I will say.
Oh yeah.
Out of all the food places on board,
where are you gonna?
I hate to compare Shaq's Chicken to a specialty restaurant because they're not really in the same league, so to speak.
Okay.
But I'm gonna say, how about this? I'll say Shaq's Chicken is the best chicken at any restaurant, any specialty restaurant. If you're ordering chicken, anything on board.
Well, how many specialty restaurants have chicken strips?
Well, not strips, but they have chicken.
Okay.
I don't know. To be honest.
That's a weird comparison.
Okay, how about this?
Don't compare Shaq's. Don't compare it to specialty. Just say it's amazing fried chicken.
This will probably kill John when I say this because he likes all the specialty food and everything. Okay. But I don't know what you're about to say, but I'm going to find it right over here. Shaq's Chicken.
Let me know when you're done.
Shaq's Chicken was the best meal I had on the entire ship.
Oh my God. Are you kidding me? You have got to be kidding me. Please. I don't know what you're talking. I don't know what you're saying right now.
Chicken strips.
This is an abomination.
I could live off those things just about every meal. And then they had the chicken strips on a bun or on a biscuit with this honey, Shaq's kind of honey barbecue, some kind of honey sauce on it. I forget what it's called for breakfast. And it was so good.
Well, let me tell you right now that you can go to Shaq's Big Chicken and eat your meal. And I will be at Emerald's. I will be at Cucina di Capitano. I will be at Rudy's Sea Grill, waiting patiently for you to get done with your chicken sandwich and your tasty French fries.
Our meal at Rudy's was really, really good too. And actually, Rudy's, the whole experience was great there as well.
You want to talk about food real quick?
But I've had better meals, not just because meals I've gotten at other places were just more of something that I would order. Like the stuff at Rudy's, like the salad I got, it was really good, but it didn't have all the stuff in it that I would normally put together, I guess. So, but it was really good. Food was good at Rudy's. The service was amazing. Some people complained about a long wait. I wouldn't say we had a long wait. There was a couple minute period between bringing us each our appetizer, our salad, and then our main course and dessert. But I wouldn't say it was overly long. It was, for me, it was just right. It was just maybe not more than 5 minutes in between. And personally, when I go to like a nicer restaurant, I like to have a little time in between, to have time just to kind of sit around and chat and just enjoy being there. I don't really want things coming like here as soon as you're done, they take it away, bring the next item. I don't want to be rushed in when I'm having it.
Yes,
that's me though.
Listen, I agree. I thought it was fantastic. Yeah. I thought every meal. We heard a lot of feedback, and a lot of these cruises coming out are struggling with service, and we get that. There's new people, new staffs. They're on new ships. They're new working together. It takes a while for these guys to get up to speed. It's like when a new restaurant opens up in town. That's why they have soft openings. But just picture not a restaurant taking care of a few hundred people, but one taking care of thousands of people and how everything has to work together. Even our friends Leanne and Brian noted that they had some pretty slow service on a number of occasions on the Mardi Gras. But I'm telling you right now that everything was really on point for us. Yeah. I don't know that there was anything we had an issue with. Service wise on the entire trip.
Like 3 nights, I think, that we did not eat in the main dining room. We ate in other venues, but every night we ate in the main dining room. When we ate at Rudy's, we ate at Cucina Capitano one night. Of course, we had Maisie. She's the best.
That's an
but,
yeah. And we recommended her, and many people in our group had her, and they're all like, "Oh my god, she's amazing."
Everywhere we ate, we had no weight issues, and everything was amazing. I will say that honestly.
Richard Zollner has a question. What was the bacon situation? I don't remember not seeing any bacon, but we didn't eat breakfast. We didn't eat bacon every day.
You know what? We went to the buffet a few mornings
once or twice to grab
something, and there was a couple of days where we went back to back. Like we went one day, and we went the next day to the buffet, and I did see bacon in there both days.
We weren't lacking for bacon.
And we were able to order it in the main dining room.
Mm-hmm.
And they had it in some of the other areas.
Yes, and it's on one of Shaq's sandwiches, if I'm not mistaken, too. So we didn't miss any bacon the whole time.
So
not that you couldn't run into that problem.
I mean, they may have that issue still at times, or maybe there was a day they didn't have it when we weren't looking for it, but we didn't really have any bacon issues.
There you go. There's Kelly Ronaldo. Hello, Kelly. Kelly and Kristen, the whole family were there. They had a party of 6 of them. They were amazing. A whole lot of fun. The kids they were with were having a blast. And I'm not going to say I did or did not get in trouble because of them. Everything that happens on the ship leaves on the ship. But let's just say that the all-inclusive in Roatan has a little less tequila on hand today, thanks to us. I'm just going to leave it right there.
That was a really fun day.
Oh, yes, that's right. So we saw Rob and Favor here. And Dave and Brandy were here as well. What's going on, guys? We miss you. We love you. It was so great meeting those guys, meeting the two of them. We have been seeing and interacting with Dave and Brandy for so long in this community, for years. We've seen them. We've chatted with them. We watched their videos. They've watched ours. We just feel like we know them. And it's funny because you meet them and you're so excited to meet them, but you're like, well, I already know you. So within minutes, you're just like, oh, hey, what's up, Dave and Brandy? What's going on? So it's funny. Such a weird dynamic meeting someone that you've known for so long. It's so great. And I probably mentioned, but Larry and Elaine Thomas, these guys have been cruising like crazy. Meeting those guys was so fantastic. I don't know. I know I'm going to leave people out. The folks from Positive Vibes Adventures were fantastic. Meeting those guys was amazing. It was just a great time all the way around. I can't say enough about it. I don't know if I see them in here or not. They might be busy, but I just want to mention those guys too. What's that? Margie Butcher asked about Matthew.
How did Matthew like the cruise? Did he meet any friends? He loved the cruise. He loved the ship. He didn't really. I mean, he hung out in Club O2 every night. Pretty much, he went there and a little bit on the sea days. And he hung out with here and there with a couple kids and stuff, but there wasn't as many kids as there usually are, I guess. And so he didn't make any really new friends, I would say, but he had a few people that he hung with on the. So he had a good time.
Let's see. Kesselman said Rudy's was definitely great food, but we had quite a wait for the entree and longer wait for the check, which annoyed me because it was already paid for. Almost 3 hours total.
Oh, that is long.
That's long. I don't know how many people you had or the time you went. We were in and out just over 2 hours.
Yeah, about 2 hours.
And it was just perfect.
Yeah.
It was just perfect for us. The Spurgeons here. What's going on with the Spurgeons? Nice to see you guys. Those guys were there as well. They were amazing. Great to meet them too. Who else is there? Let's see who else we got in the chat here really quick. Michelle M. Hello. The ship show. I he made a comment.
Oh, I see Nancy's here now.
Nautical Nurse Nancy's in the house. Nancy. What's going on? She agrees with Sharon. Big Chicken was so great.
See.
There you go.
We're just simple, Nancy. We're just simple people.
Simple chicken lovers. Jonathan the Ship Show says, this is an outrage. Chicken strips were the highlight. I'm not sure we can be friends anymore.
I knew it.
Unbelievable. I'm going to tell you right now.
You know what? I will say Emerald's was really good too. I was surprised because I didn't really think it would be totally my kind of food because I'm kind of picky. But we had a few things. We ordered at Emerald's for lunch one day and they were really good.
It was amazing. It was amazing. Tesselman said I never saw any no bacon issues as well.
Yeah.
Took a few times to get used to the bathroom doors. They were no contact, said right about
Oh,
Larry.
yeah. So some of the bathrooms are, you go in, the public bathrooms, you go in and there's separate stalls, like 3 or 4 of the stalls. And those bathrooms are okay. But the ones that you go in that are just, there's several of them, I think they run like the theaters and some places to go out. And there's just one bathroom in there. So when you go in, there's just the toilet and sink and everything right there. So you go in, the door shuts, and you're supposed to let it shut all the way, and then you touch it, it like locks. Well, the doors never seem to work right. You start to touch them, they go from closed, they start opening on you, and then they're closing, and it's just crazy the way they work. And then several people had told me how they were in the bathroom, and because it didn't lock properly, then they got walked in on as well.
Yeah.
So those single bathrooms are kind of, I don't know, kind of weird, a little bit of an issue with those. So I was like, you know what, I'll just go back to my room and use the bathroom.
Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. Let me see. Larry Thomas is there. Hello, SESP from the Mardi Gras. It was great meeting you. We had a blast meeting everyone, and we were pretty satisfied with the service. Yes, there you go. See, they would know because they've been on 19 cruise ships since cruising came back. Larry and Elaine, it was a pleasure, an honor meeting you guys. It was fantastic, for sure. How full was the ship? Said Orange Green. It was 60%. 60%. 3,700 or something.
Yeah,
60%.
I heard it was 37 or 38.17, something weird like that. But yeah, right around 3,800. And it holds 65.
Candace Dady said that we ordered the bacon in the main dining room, but there was a day we saw the Debarkation sign on the Lido.
Oh, okay.
That could be it. Or maybe they didn't have it out all day, but maybe just for a period of time.
And the very last morning we ate in the main dining room before getting off the ship, and I did order bacon that morning too, and I got it in the MDR.
That's right. Clarence and Sin, Never Stop Cruising, said, yes, MDR food was good, hot and seasoned perfectly. Yes, John, you'd be happy to know that the MDR food had a great experience with each time.
We did.
The other thing that was cool was Shebang.
Oh, yeah, I forgot
We went to Shebang. So here's a fun story. So a few things threw us curveballs when we got on the ship. Let me lay a groundwork, if I might. Okay. There's a couple of our favorite. There are a few people on the ship that we know and we have some relationship with, and one of them is Nicola, who's always been in the Alchemy Bar, and for this cruise he just happened to switch to the Brass Magnolia to get a break from the Alchemy because it was so insane for so many weeks in a row. So we missed seeing him there, but we got to see him a couple times at the other bar.
We went over there, or you went over there like several nights after the other places.
But and Maisie, who has always been in the main dining room, that we always look forward to taking care of us day after day. Well, she now is working in Cucina del Capitano at night and a little bit of out on the Lido deck during the day. So we saw her there, but we were only managed to have dinner with her one time. But we were in Cucina del Capitano eating dinner with her when your friend Amit, who has always been the maitre d', he recently got promoted to director. Restaurant operations manager. So he oversees and manages all the restaurants now. He's not just the maitre d' in the main dining room. And he came in to say hi. And he was joking around with Sharon, and he said, is there anything else I can do for you guys? Would you like to go to Shebang? Have you been there? And we said, we would love to, but we have to go to the main dining room. And he made a joke.
Well, we said we were with the group, and we already are leaving them 2 nights to eat at specialty restaurants. We don't want to leave them again. So he said, well, how about if I set the whole group up in there? And I'm like,
Well, first he made a joke, and he said, well, I can't have you bring all your whole 38 people in your group. Like, he made a joke about it. And then he goes, you know what?
Oh, yeah.
Actually, how about this? We can have you bring all the people that are in your group. Invite all your people in the group. So we're frantically trying to contact everyone to see if the next evening we can get everyone to come over to the main dining room. And I think we almost did it. Virtually anyone who wasn't already booked somewhere else ended up coming over and having a dinner shebang. And I loved the Asian food. It very much reminded me of Gigi's.
No, it didn't remind me of Gigi's.
Okay.
No.
All right. Well,
I mean, it
the
was
experience
good.
wasn't Gigi's.
No, it was really
but some of
good.
the items reminded me of Gigi's.
The spring rolls, and that's it. The others
Okay.
were different because I was actually looking for some of those same things we had at Gigi's on that menu, and I didn't really see them.
I thought I
mean,
noticed a couple things.
It had a good menu. There was a lot of great things on that menu, but it just wasn't the same thing I saw.
And it was
Gigi's.
well, we will have to agree to disagree on that
Yeah,
one
we
because
will.
I felt like it had a Gigi's flair to it.
Let's get
as
the
far as
menu.
certain menu
Let's
things.
get the Gigi's menu out and the.
If you want to go down that road, we can.
And next week we'll compare.
Okay, next week on the show live here on the live stream,
Comparing.
Gigi's versus Shebang, the Asian side of the menu. Now, Shebang also has the Mexican side. Many people really love the Asian side, and we're kind of on the Mexican side, but you be the judge when you go. But it was an amazing experience.
Well, or you can order a little
being
both.
able to bring
You
the whole
could
group
order
in there as well.
a Mexican appetizer and an Asian entree.
That's right. That's right. There was one thing. Oh, we found out, and a few people found out the hard way. Rudy's Sea Grill was the one place that you did have to wear pants, like slacks and stuff like that.
But they told us when they called to confirm the morning of, they kind of gave us a reminder. Remember,
Yes.
there's a dress code. Yeah.
That's right. That's right. Let's see. What else? I don't want to lose too
So
much.
I think they're running into that problem probably a lot. So that's why they're reminding people.
Daryl Beither is going to be on the Panorama this week. This weekend, going to try the sidecar. Definitely try the sidecar. Also, very popular drink this week was the Rusty Nail. I had a couple of those with Larry Brandhorst, and I thank you for that because I've really taken a liking to it now. And what was the? There was a drink that we had that was made for us at the Alchemy Bar, and it was amazing. And I don't know what was in it. Yes, and I don't know what was in it, but it was called the French Connection. It was like some kind of cognac and something. It was, wow. I was blown away by it. And I think four of us shared one. The bartender made it for us. Dewey was there for it. Larry, I think, might have been, no, not the two. Dewey, Larry, and Dave from Dave and Brady's Excursions, I think. We all had one together. And that thing was fantastic. If any of you guys remember what was in that, please remind me because it was to die for.
Yeah.
It was fantastic.
But so all the food, I can't say anything negative about any of the food on board. The food was great, no matter where we ate.
Yes.
The bars, all the bars were great. The fortune teller bar, that was a lot of fun. I would have loved to hang out there another night if we had more time, but we did some like after dinner later in the evening at 10 o'clock every night with the group. We set up like a little meetup at a different bar each night, or for the 7 nights, 4 or 5. So mainly just to kind of hang out with people, but it was an opportunity to kind of check out each bar too.
Yes.
So the fortune teller bar had some really cool drinks.
Dewey Ski says the fortune teller bar was my favorite.
Yeah,
it was very awesome.
I think that was one of my favorites too. I think it was probably my favorite. At what was that called? Oh, bog juice. That was the drink.
The bog juice was good.
The bog juice was probably my favorite drink.
The crystal ball was very popular
as
as
well.
well.
Balls inside of it, and I didn't realize it till the end. You could actually eat them, like they were really good.
Yes.
And then they had the crystal ball, which was the one that with the smoke and everything. And it had a oh no, that wasn't the smoky one. That's the one with the
The crystal ball had smoke in it, didn't it? And then you
it
popped
had
it.
It had the bubble, like the soap bubble.
Yes. But it had smoke in there. That's a new thing. Is these little guns that put smoke in the drinks.
Yeah.
Flamingo Pam said Nona's meatballs were good at Cucina. The food at Cucina was fantastic. The service was the best with Maisie. I can't even say enough about that. I mean, just everywhere we turned was good. The only food anywhere that we were just like, we were excited to try, but we left a little like,
and actually I could take, like, if they did not put this on the celebration when it comes out, it wouldn't faze me. Like I would rather see something there in its place because I didn't care for it much, was street eats. I don't know, for whatever reason. I know it sounded cool and it looks cool there, but the French fry station, as far as I'm concerned, I mean, you can get French fries anywhere on the ship and probably put some kind of stuff and sauce on them yourself somewhere. So that wasn't a big deal. And the other two areas, I mean, they were okay. Like, they're okay, but I don't know. It's just not something that we went there to try it out, but now that we tried it, I'll never really go back and eat lunch there or eat any of the food there. I mean, wasn't Not that it was bad, but it just didn't.
I'll wander through and put some stuff on my plate, but I just wasn't blown away by it. But maybe it was just the moment. I mean, listen, the fries with some chili and cheese
I'd
on
rather
them.
go have some
But
shacks.
yes, you would. Bear Bowl Cruising have even more fun in next cruise. Thank you so much for the super chat.
Thank you.
A couple people making comments here. Tess Almond said they didn't call me to confirm. You guys are special, LOL. And Dewey Ski said I had reservations and they never bothered to call and confirm or tell me about the dress code. Oh yeah, Dewey ran into a dress code issue. As a matter of fact, maybe they knew there were some issues and then they started calling people because our Rudy's was a little bit later in the week. So we'll see. Bonavie's vacations. The kids and I are doing Gigi's on a cruise. You will love it.
You'll love Gigi's.
Riding with Larry said the egg drop soup was excellent at Shebangs.
I think Gigi's is actually my one. Well, I'm trying to think. I like the teppanyaki too. But, Gigi's is one of my favorite specialty dining.
Larry Bum said, Larry Bum was there. Larry Bum with his lovely lady, Melissa. Amazing meeting you guys. What a fun dude. He says, thanks to everyone who helped with their drink package. There was one night that Larry got to 15 drinks and there were a few other people who were like, oh, he might have been throwing a drink here or there by a few people that hadn't maxed out yet. I'm pretty sure he got to about 21 or 22 before the end of the night. And he ended up just doing disco dancing, I think, with some older ladies in a bar somewhere or something. There's video. I don't have it, but there is some video out there as well. Riding with Larry said the French Connection was most excellent. You are right. You are so right. Dave and Brandy, have a great night. Loved meeting you. Thank you so much.
Good night, Dave and Brandy.
Yes, Larry was a whole lot of fun. That was a darn good time. It was cognac. Yes, it was cognac that was in that thing. That's fantastic. Leanne Francisco said the same thing happened to them, but Brian and my son had nice dress shorts, button-down shirt. No go when we got there. They had to go change. So, okay, so at least the rule is in effect. We had heard about that, and Sharon had heard about that from Leanne, so that's why we brought them. Tess said at Alchemy, Jason made something with ginger and mint that was yummy and put some pep in my step.
Oh.
Bill W. said cognac and amaretto usually. Very interesting. Don't forget you have to be at the MDR to get that lobster on lobster night. You're so right about that. Never stop cruising. Beth Ollinger said the crystal ball looked amazing. Beth and Doug Ollinger, how you guys doing? We hope you're doing great.
Yeah, it was a good drink, although it looked cooler than it tasted. Like some of the other drinks that weren't as cool looking probably tasted better.
Us.
But
oh yeah, Kelly Ronaldo was talking about Kelly and Chris were Kelly. What was shoot? Let me go back in the chat. The club. I don't know. Was it Club 72? Yes, Club 72. Kelly Ronaldo and Chris were at the right place at the right time. Apparently, there's a new little thing where on the first sea day, you can be invited by a bartender to go to the Club 72, which is like a little room where they take you that's made up like a speakeasy or something, and you just go in and have a couple cocktails. I think you're in there for about an hour, but it's just a fun little thing. But like Kelly can talk more about it there.
It was from like 10 to 11 or 11 to 12 at night.
Yeah.
Or something.
And if any of the 150 or 200 people here have questions about it, I'm sure you can send a message to Kelly Ronaldo, and she'll be happy to answer that. I'm just kidding. Sorry about that. There was just so much amazing stuff that happened on that cruise. I'm blown away by it. Yes, Larry was doing the disco dancing. That's right, Tess, for sure.
And the entertainment, there was stuff to do everywhere, all different things. The Grand Central kind of acts as almost like they do shows there at night. Also, during the day they were playing bingo. They have trivia. Had bands playing there in the evening. We saw Celestial Strings there, that show. They had that in Grand Central instead of the main theater. They had some of the other shows like the Rock
Revolution, Summer of '69.
We saw that.
That was a little.
That was in the theater. Actually, that was better. That show was better on the panorama. We saw it on the panorama, and I think it was a little better on the panorama.
And all of a sudden, I found out of nowhere. I hadn't heard that they had this, but out of nowhere, we found out that they had Celestial Strings.
Oh, yeah.
My favorite carnival show, and I was so excited, and I might have been too excited. So I'm just gonna say it now, and I'm gonna say it once and only once.
Jamie got in trouble.
to the nice group of ladies that were sitting in front of us, I'm sorry that I was obnoxious. I apologize. I had a few cocktails, I was just so into the
thought
music. I
that-
might have been singing or humming
Thought
along.
that people may want
I'm
to
not
hear
sure.
him sing along with.
I just couldn't help
Celestial
myself and
Strings.
resist, and I was scolded by a couple people. Nothing more embarrassing than sitting down and someone in front of you says, "Oh, you're Sharonatsea. Yeah, nice to meet you. I've seen your videos, and they're very nice and lovely." And at the end of the thing, one of the people they're with turns around and goes, "You were so obnoxious during that." And I'm like, "Oh my God, I apologize. I'm sorry. I was just overly excited." To the people that I was obnoxious to, my bad. My bad.
They didn't like your singing.
Yes, I don't know what
They
the
wanted
deal is.
to hear Celestial.
I don't know why you wouldn't want to hear me singing along with the professional people
God.
in the troupe. But
Jamie Wellhigh said, "Did Matthew ride Bolt?" Yes, he rode Bolt, and he loved it. He
He did.
loved it.
yes,
He
and we were
wanted
going to ride
it
Bolt.
again, but it just didn't work out. We
It
just
didn't
got
play.
too busy towards the end. Well, we had a little rain the one day, and then just everything being crammed in that we had planned. It just didn't work out for him
Yes.
to ride it a second
I
time.
know, it was rough. It was rough. What are you going to do?
What?
Tess said, what did you guys think about the Platinum Diamond Party?
Very lame.
It sucked,
Yeah.
if I'm being honest. They,
well,
but you tell it. You say
So
it.
now is what they've been doing, or they did on the Actually, they did on the Mardi Gras. I don't think this is what they did on the Vista. They did something different. But anyways, so
I think they did something similar
you
because we
could-
didn't
you
go
could
to it
go
because we
to-
heard about it.
You could go to a bar like an hour. I think it was an hour before or an hour after the Diamond Platinum Party, and purchase a drink, and you would have like a coupon put on your sale and sign card to cover that drink. So you got that free drink before or after, and then when you walked into the theater for the Diamond Platinum Party, they had glasses of white and red wine sitting there, and you could take a glass of wine in. So you could have one glass of wine through the party, and then they gave you a drink coupon. You went in there and sat down. They announced, basically, they announced the longest, the one that's been on the most cruises, like the highest diamond member, and then the youngest diamond platinum member.
Mm-hmm.
And then after that, they basically, the cruise director just talked a little bit about, there was a couple people in the room that had been on the first Mardi Gras, so he kind
The
of
original.
brought them into it and talked to them a little bit about that, and kind of interacted a little with that, and then that was it. That was the end of the party. So it was like very lame. We went mainly because Matthew really wanted to go. He likes to usually play the games and stuff in there. Even we knew they weren't going to have those, but we went anyways. But yeah, it was very lame.
It was very overwhelming, and we get that they're trying to be particular, but come on, it's. I mean, if you're gonna have the party, or don't have the party.
See what playing the whether you're sitting next to somebody with your mask on in the theater for this, or if you're getting up and playing some of the games that they put out and things like that. If you have your mask on, I don't see what the difference is. Either way, you're close contact.
They didn't even show the lame video that they've shown every one of them set for the last 25
they
that
didn't
we've
show
been there.
that.
So that was definitely underwhelming, but luckily it was earlier in the day, and we didn't really lose time doing anything.
And we
else.
didn't go to, they have a diamond lunch, and this was our first diamond cruise. We were going to go to the diamond lunch. It was on the next to the last sea day. But
one of us was a
decided-
little hungover.
Well,
being honest with you.
we decided not to go too because
Sharon.
we had a feeling that it might be kind of a long, drawn out lunch in the main dining room, and
We had stuff to
we
do.
were kind of like, I don't know if we wanted to I don't know. We just didn't think that it would be worth it. We figured it might be a little lame as
Yeah.
well, so we just didn't do it. But we'll do it next time and check it out.
Joe Connor said the Flying Scotsman show was awesome. Yes, the Flying Scotsman, Chris the Flying Scotsman, is an amazing talent. We didn't see a lot of his shows because we were just busy doing other things.
And then Mike Pack was on board
Mike
as well.
Pack was there as well.
He's
Oh,
getting
that's a
ready.
hot tip.
He's getting ready to take back over the Mardi Gras in a couple weeks. They're doing that in between thing where he's on board, getting things ready, preparing himself to take over, and then the Flying Scotsman will be off to another ship.
Deborah A, 1999. Yes, it's always been that if you eat in the steakhouse the first night, you get a complimentary bottle of wine. I don't know if that's across the all the specialty restaurants. I'm not sure about
It's
that.
the steakhouse. It's the
Okay.
steakhouse.
Yes, Kelly said it was from 10 to 11. It was like a speakeasy. They had some jazz music playing, special pricing on drinks. Pretty cool. Let me tell you also that at the jazz bar, the Brass Magnolia, that they had a jazz band. And they made a point of saying it, and it wasn't until the band said it that I really thought about it. But Carnival's never known for having much jazz on the ship. And these guys were amazing. And not only was the jazz band good, but they had other people who are musicians from other bands on the ship come in and jam with them and do some really neat stuff. So the one night we had our get together at the Brass Magnolia, we were just blown away by the quality of the music and all that stuff. It was just fantastic.
There was a lot of music, like all over the ship, over by the Fortune Teller Bar across the walkway there. There was every night there was a guitar player there. He was really good too, had a great voice. But so kind of by around a lot of the bars and just all over the ship, there just seemed to be live music everywhere.
Yes.
Everywhere we turned almost.
That's right. That's
There was
right.
Just a lot
A
of
few
live
people were
music.
saying that Riding with Larry was singing out loud as well. Thank you Pam, for not leaving me out. We appreciate that. Yes, he was singing along with Chris like 10 feet away. What happens on the Carnival's cruise ship stays on the ship. Thank you, Orange Green. I appreciate it. I'd have sung along with you too, said Arlene. Thank you, Arlene. I appreciate you giving me the support. What's up? Let's see. Tesla Mon said very lame, total BS. Yes, that is correct. Kelly Ronaldo said, Jamie, I was next to you and I didn't hear you singing. So yes, so I don't know. I don't know what the deal was. Maybe it was Larry Bum who was sitting next to me. Maybe it was him. I think he actually. He might. It might have been
on the
him.
other side of me, and I think.
No, I think he was snoring.
No,
As
it
a
was.
matter of fact.
I was sitting right here, and I had you on one side, Larry on the other side, and I looked at you, and you're singing, just all wound up singing, and then I saw Larry, and Larry's eyes were like,
And Larry's like,
now he's falling asleep.
and Melissa was telling us, she goes, oh yeah, Larry. Every time we go to any kind of an event or like a play, anything like that, Larry just gets bored and he just starts snoozing. They may or may not have been the martinis. We don't know at this point. I'm just gonna say that it was unbelievable. I may have overtipped to make sure that during the show a continuous flow of martinis kept coming in hot. So that might have been a situation as well that got out of control. But that can't be confirmed or denied. Let's see.
Clarence
Marquez. Hi, Sharon and Jamie. Sorry I wasn't able to make the group cruise. Might have been a blessing in disguise. The Players Club gave me a free cruise on the Mardi Gras. That's fantastic.
Nice.
I'm hoping that I spend enough money to maybe get a casino deal because I never get a casino deal. Yes, Kelly Ronaldo said the Diamond Platinum Party was not what it used to be. She's being very nice when she says that. But hopefully, in that theater, it was kind of lame too. Because and the funny thing is, if you're concerned about people mixing and mingling, but we all sat next to each other with our masks on.
Well, I mean, I know they did it the Diamond Platinum Party and the theater because there were so many people, I think. And nowadays, it seems like every cruise we go on, there's so many people that are platinum because so many people are cruising now, and they just keep moving up.
Yes.
So they need a big room for that. But anyways, yeah, it's I kind of enjoyed it when back in the day when they would have it in some of the like the lounges and things where it was just easier to get up and mingle around a little bit and like that.
Flamingo Pam said, did you get fresh warm cookies or chocolate covered strawberries sent to your room? Tess had to call, and then they sent out a really lame plate of nothing. We got we got a few things in our room, and a number of people sent things to our room. And for that, and for anyone who did that, we can't say enough how much we appreciate it. It means the world to us, and it's so nice to the folks that did that. So thank you for that. We got some strawberries to our room on a few different occasions, and
I think I ate every one of them. Did you eat? I don't know if you ate any.
I ate
You might
one.
have eaten one.
I ate one, and when I ate that one, you looked at me like it was.
I know, Jamie. You came out of the
I was in
bathroom the
trouble.
one day, and I had the plate of strawberries in front of me, and you looked at me, and you're like, "Did you just eat all?"
Yeah, literally, like every one of them was down to you have the chocolate covered strawberry, so you hold the little green leafy
I
part
love chocolate covered
and you eat the
strawberries.
whole thing. That's all there was. There was like 6 little nubbins left, and I'm like, what the Sharon.
Oh, I got carried away.
Jessica Hale says, are you sure it was Sharon that was hungover? It was definitely Sharon that was hungover. Her eyes were like this. She couldn't see. It was brutal.
I may have been tired. I could have been really tired.
Let's see. Sue O'Connor said, I totally agree, Jamie. Great jazz band. Carol Huff said, I agree. I was just off the Panorama and it was a lame party. See that? Yeah, Jennifer Heath loved the jazz band. Loved all the music, as a matter of fact. It was nice. There was great music we didn't even see. One of the most popular places is this what's it called? The landing in the back.
Summer's Landing.
Summer's Landing. Again, it's it's an area. it's almost like a second aft pool.
Mm-hmm.
They had the Lido aft area,
Mm-hmm.
where the Tides bar was in the back,
Tides pool, yeah.
at the Tides pool, and that's where the Shack's Chicken was. And it's so funny. If I had $1 for every time Sharon called it Jack's Chicken, I would have a lot of dollars. But anyway.
I don't even know why I did that, but I kept calling it Jack's Chicken.
But that summer landing it was almost like they took where the Havana pool kind of usually was, and they've switched it into the summer landing pool. The Havana people, they've been there. You guys are getting if you love the Havana, you're a little shortchanged in your pool area on the ship, just so you know. I'm sorry to tell you.
I don't know how big the Havana area. And okay, so now there's only a couple negative things I could say about the ship. So the first thing I'm going to say is, if you're in the aft of the ship, you have a cabin in the aft of the ship, there's a good chance that during the day, I mean, most people are out of their cabins during the day, but if you're in your cabin during the day, you're going to probably hear a bolt going around.
Yeah, if you're halfway up the ship, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
So one thing I was really surprised at, I didn't think about it until I got on the ship, is a lot of those suites are in the back. All those nice suites, expensive suites, are right there in the back. And when bolts going around, they're hearing that.
Well, it doesn't go at night,
No,
so it's probably from like 10 or 11 in the morning
Mm-hmm.
to maybe 4 or 5 o'clock in the evening.
Yeah. Well, no, that's true, but it's just odd that they didn't think of that. And then the other, like when we were sitting in the Lido buffet area eating, you're just in there eating at one of the tables during the day. We were eating lunch 2 different days, and when Bolt goes over, the table actually vibrated.
Yeah, it's really.
I mean, yeah, you could feel.
If this buffet is rocking, don't bother knocking. Is what was happening.
So, but it didn't bother me at all. Really, I could care less about that. I'm just continued to eat, no big deal. But I could see there are a lot of people where they would.
Yes.
But anyways, that's just something I thought I'd tell you. I think when people book cruises going forward, once they've been on there, you'll see everyone either booking mid to forward and not as many people wanting to book aft, probably.
Yes.
And the only other negative thing I can even think of is the size. The rooms are smaller. Then it seems like each class of ships, they get a little smaller. The ships get bigger and the rooms get smaller. Like the Horizon and Panorama, the Vista class, the rooms were a little smaller. These rooms are even smaller, and the bathroom is very small.
This is the first time I can remember us having a room where when you walked into the room, the bed was first, then the area with the couch and the dresser and all that kind of, the
and they're all not that way. Some have the sofa first.
And that I was not a fan of.
Ours just happened to be that way.
It drove me crazy.
But it was really squishy to kind of walk around the bed to get over to the side with the sofa and out to the balcony.
Yes.
And the bathroom was like really small.
The bathroom was small. I'm here to tell you that if you're, for you, it's probably not that. If it was a problem for you, then I can't even imagine.
Well, even me, when I would open I like the fact that it had the shower door versus the curtain, but when I would open the shower door like this, I had to back up even a little bit over to the toilet area.
And it had a very unique pivoting slide motion, so it didn't even come out that far. It's not like the whole door opened. It kind of slid partially into the shower and partially out.
Yeah.
But I'm here to tell you from a bigger kid's perspective, and if you're a fluffy cruiser, as we call us, you will be doing a hip bounce. You're going to come out with some bruises on your hips and your legs from just trying to go to the bathroom and handle your business in that bathroom. It's a little bit on the tight side. So, so if you're concerned about wearing your bathing suit, bring a little cover up to cover up the black and blue marks, because it could get a little.
Oh my God!
It could get a little bumpy down there.
But I will say our balcony was amazing. Our balcony was bigger than our balcony on the Horizon Panorama. But we did book. I wanted to book the extended ones midship that kind of stuck out there. But when we booked this cruise, since we moved this group cruise later and those were gone, I ended up booking a regular balcony, but I got the last one at the end of that curve. So it priced at a regular balcony price, but it kind of had an angled balcony. It was bigger. So it was a great balcony. The balcony was, I would say. It was, I felt like it was twice as big as the Horizon and Panorama.
I agree. Yes, I agree, Tess. They need a new tier between Platinum and Diamond. That's a good idea.
It's only a matter of time till that's coming, I'm sure.
Jessica Hale said, glad you enjoyed the cruise. How long did boarding process take with COVID testing? Well, we didn't COVID test at the port. We had to test within 72 or within 3 days prior to our sailing date. and then we just had to show that stuff at the port. But
Boarding was easy.
Boarding was really,
So,
really smooth.
Jamie dropped Matthew and I off at the port.
Oh,
and
that was a story.
He took the rental car back. But when Matthew and I got there, our check-in time was 10:30. We got there, was it like 10:15 you dropped us off?
Yeah.
A little earlier.
Mhm.
We walked inside. Like we actually walked to the front of the line because it was just moving and there was only a few people online. Showed them all our information. We went through security and we were in the port just sitting there waiting on Jamie. Like you couldn't get on the ship yet, but we were just sitting there waiting. So then when you got there, you got on pretty quick too. And then as soon as you got there, within probably 10 minutes maybe, they called us, when we were boarding the ship. And, they called suites first and then the A1, 2, 3. I think we were A3. And, we just basically walked right on. It was really easy.
Mm-hmm.
And Debarkation was easy too. We pretty much walked right off. We were some of the last actually to get off. Not intentional. We carried our own luggage off, but we wanted to go eat breakfast in the main dining room. So we went and had breakfast and kind of, hung around a little bit and then got off. So when we got off, they were calling some of the last people, but we got off the elevators and just kind of chimed right in the line and we were like off ship like that. Like there was probably only 20 people.
It was a very, very smooth process getting on, getting off. Beauty Bachelor, be careful out there in Galveston with that storm coming in. Beauty Bachelor said that they were just sitting there getting ready for the storm. It was pretty interesting when we did the deal where we flew into Orlando. We rented a car, which went very smoothly, and that was a very easy process. We drove down to the port, so we had our own vehicle.
Oh, and the hotel, the Hampton Inn by the port, that is going to be my new go-to, my new hotel.
Well, the Hampton Inn and the Home to Suite are like literally the same building, and they just V out. They share the same pool area, and they each have a separate breakfast.
Yeah.
And I think they each have a separate check-in area, or maybe they share the check-in area, but it's two separate hotels together. But it's pretty neat. But listen, so we did the car rental. Then in the morning, I took the vehicle. I dropped Sharon and Matthew off. I pulled right up to the port, dropped them off. They got out to give the luggage to the porter. Then they just had their carry-ons that they were going to bring on. And then I went back to the Budget place, which is only 5 minutes down the road, and dropped off the vehicle. Now, when I got back to Budget, it was packed. It had a lot of people that were there waiting to rent a car to go home or to drive home who just got off the ship in the morning. And there were a lot of people in line waiting to get on the shuttle. Now, they have a shuttle. They might have had 2 shuttles running, but it probably only holds about 12 people at a time, plus their luggage. And there were at least 25 or so people in line. And I was like, listen, forget this. I'm not going to pack. I had my backpack, and that was it, I think. Or did I? Yeah, I just had my backpack. Yeah. I'm like, I'm not going to sit here and wait in the heat for like 30 minutes to get a shuttle. So I walked right up to the parking lot, and I called an Uber. Uber driver was there in 3 minutes. I paid $11. He took me right to the place, and there was a long line of traffic to get into the port for the drop off. We bypassed the traffic. He just stopped on the side of the road. I literally hopped out, crossed the street, and within 1 minute, I was walking up the stairs to enter the port. So that's my tip of the day. That if you are gonna do a return for a rental car, don't be afraid to call the Uber right from the parking lot, because it may be the best $11 you'll spend your whole life.
Yeah, in the past we never had an issue. We always got the shuttle pretty quickly and things. But
well, I think that's just much more of a popular method now.
Yeah.
Of going. That is for sure. I saw where AJ Englesby was saying that he did get a casino offer from some of his activities. That's a whole nother thing, guys. When you think about Melody and AJ playing in the casino, okay, yeah. I mean it's unbelievable. What the stuff that the two of them do is just unbelievable. That's all I can say. Timothy Walters, yes, you and I will definitely be visiting the Martini Bar and the Whiskey Bar on the Breakaway, which is coming up soon.
So yes, the Hampton Inn was awesome. Yeah, she agrees. That's her new hotel.
Jeff Witt says, so I guess the question is, will you guys cruise the Mardi Gras again?
Yes.
Oh, yes, for sure.
Yes, hopefully soon. Hopefully.
I mean, without a doubt, we want to. We'll be looking to, and we'll be planning another cruise on the Mardi Gras. Yeah, Kelly said the only thing about boarding is you couldn't really hear them announce stuff. They need to put it on the TVs. You're right, Kelly.
We need to get back to the Mardi Gras before December, because Nicola is leaving in December or maybe the first part of January.
Mhm.
He's going home he's having a baby, so he's going home. Well, he's not having a baby, but his fiance is. And so
Thanks for clearing that up.
he's going home for a while. So he may not, I don't know if he'll be back before he comes back. I think he mentioned coming back for the celebration to start that ship up, but we'll see. I don't know how long he'll actually be gone.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah.
You're right. Hold on, Sharon. I don't think we need to do that. One person made a comment about I forget who just saw it, but I just read the comment. If you're gonna be going down to Florida the night before the cruise, and if you're gonna be somewhere near the coast and maybe outside or anything like that,
Bug spray.
bug spray. Use your bug spray. Many people in our group got eaten up by the little bugs on their legs, and it was just from hanging outside by the fire in the area as we hung out the night before a little bit and had a couple beers and stuff, and they got eaten alive by bugs. Many people had all kind of bites on the legs, so make sure you bring bug spray anytime you're outside in Florida. Put the bug spray on because they will eat you alive. Deborah said, "What are some of your must-do activities for a 7-day Mardi Gras cruise?"
Must do.
I don't know. That's a tough one. We'll have some stuff come out with some videos, and I will tell you right now. Speaking of the videos,
have Shaq's chicken.
yes, do all the dining options, especially while you can, while they don't charge.
Yeah. Try them now while they're not charging. Except for Emerald's charges and Rudy Steele. For the others.
Yes. Ride boats. Go up top and play some of the sports and things like that. Played some cornhole with friends. It was a lot more fun than I thought it was going to be as well. So that was great. Eat a meal outside if you can. There's a lot of outdoor areas where you can eat your meals. So those are going to be some fun
and see
things.
some of the entertainment. Make sure you have all the entertainment. There's so many different.
Mary Ellen Dillon's at the Tides Pool on the horizon right now. Oh my God, Mary Ellen Dillon. That sounds amazing. We would love to be there with you. Another thing that someone said was the sound system in the main the new what do they call that? The new atrium area.
Oh, great.
In Grand Central, that area was fantastic. I think it might have been Larry Thomas who told me that it was better than any of the others. The sound system on Carnival, the quality was better than any other place. Yes, that's right. Kelly said use the bug spray. You are so right. You're so right about that. Good night, Cruise Nuts. Have a great evening. We appreciate it. Yes, Sue O'Connor said the Hampton Inn was awesome. I agree. It's our new hotel.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe just because it's clean. I mean, it's brand new, so that's certainly
new.
plays a
It
part.
was clean. It had for a Hampton Inn, it had a really nice pool. It had a nice area to hang out around the pool area. We hung out in that night.
Yes.
And it's just the beds were comfortable. It was clean. Yeah, it was just a great hotel.
People are Leanne Francisco said, "Let's go on December 4th, Sharon." Jennifer Heath said, "Let's go January 8th on the Mardi Gras." Hold on, the 4th and the 8th. One of those dates has to be wrong.
Yeah.
We would definitely love to go, and we'll be looking at it. And when we decide to go, we'll definitely make it known.
We cannot go until Christmas break unless it's Matthew's week off school in October.
Yes, you're right about that. Betty out said, "I sent an email to Carnival about our Mardi Gras experience. Got a personal response back. They are listening." Well, that's a good thing if they're listening, I guess, right? If there's no breeze, the bugs will bite. So that's what Betty says. Betty lives in Florida.
Oh.
We have not rebooked the Mardi Gras yet,
Not
but
yet.
we will be soon. I sure hope so. Yeah. Kelly said, "Yes, I'm still itching today, but a little better. They really liked me."
Oh.
Yeah, Tess Almont said, "Yes, that sound system was amazing."
Matthew got some bites too. I don't know if his were from Cosmo. He came back on the ship after the day in Cosmo with bites.
Woohoo Girl said, "We loved all the pools, especially Serenity Pool area. It was lovely."
Yeah.
It was, but I will say this, Woohoo Girl, if I'm not sure
That
there's a
pool
pool
was
that had more
crowded.
people in it.
Yeah.
Yes, people in Carnival love the pool. They have no problem jumping in the pool cheek to cheek and packing that thing. I mean, packing it. Yeah. It is it's a sight to see. And I don't mind going in the pool early in the day, but once it gets later, I'm not jumping in that pool because I'm not telling you guys anything you don't know already. But you will see many people in that pool drinking and drinking and drinking for hours and not getting out of the pool. And I'm just going to leave it right there. I'm just going to leave it there.
Leanne's like, "Let's go Christmas break then."
Where we can we go Christmas break?
Well, we have our New Year's Eve group cruise. Over.
Well, we can do that too. Billy said the Hampton Inn Hotel and was great and a nice pool. You're right, Bill. Thank you for the feedback. It was fantastic. Last question, I promise, but was the ship crowded? Jessica, it wasn't.
Well, there were a lot of people. You felt
Yeah.
like there were a lot of people, but there were
There were still like 3,600 people.
There were never really lines. Like every time we went somewhere, like there was never more than a couple people in line, and it went quickly. Like every time I went to Shack's Chicken, there was maybe 2 or 3 people online, but I went up there and I got waited on right away. You go to a bar, most of the seats were taken, but you could go up there and you were waited on right away. Like there was never really I don't know, we didn't find really a wait for things like even Guy's Burger. Usually, there's that long line at Guy's Burger. There really wasn't a line.
I will tell you that after a night of drinking and
Pizza,
gambling, we went to the pizza, and there's
Pizza
hardly
was the longest line.
Yeah, and that was only 10 or 12 people. I've seen it where it's like 30 to 40 people.
No, there was the one late night where there was probably 20 to 30 people. One late night, yeah. And it actually, I think someone...
When were you out late?
It was one of the nights we were out late. We walked to the pizza, and I think there was someone we saw online. I think I heard the next day that the line actually moved pretty quickly. But when we saw the line, we're like, oh, we're not waiting in this, and we just left and went back to our room.
Oh, okay.
But I think it actually...
Oh, Alfred Ingham says, I like that week of January 8, 2022. Okay, that's the week they're talking about. Him and Jennifer. Okay, now I get it. I found it busy, but never really a wait anywhere, said Leanne. You're right.
Yeah,
But of course, that's because the ship's only 60% occupancy.
Yeah.
I'm sure it'll be different when it doubles up from there.
Yeah, I think it will.
Let's see. Sue said, I won't go on it at full capacity. Come on, Sue, you can get on that thing again and have a darn good time. Can you still order pizza for $5 delivery on the Mardi Gras? Say Kathy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they still had that deal going. We didn't do it, but I think they have it.
Yeah, they did.
Nurse Betty said, maybe I missed this. How did Matthew feel about the Mardi Gras? I'm going with my teenage son in April and would like his perspective. What do you know?
Matthew had a great time. I can't say he loved the Mardi Gras. I think he had fun. He loved riding Bolt, doing the ropes course and all that stuff. The only thing he said was there weren't enough kids for him to hang out with. Supposedly they said in his age group for Club O2, there were 70 kids on board. But I don't think more than maybe 20 at the most ever came into probably Club O2. And I don't think there were more than 6 or 8 there at a time when he was there.
Yeah.
And so he just didn't have that many kids at that time to hang out with. But I think that's just something partially because the week we went, most of the kids are back in school and cruising is just starting back up. A lot of families can't cruise with their kids if they have smaller kids. A lot of them can't get exemptions, so they can't bring the other older kids either. So there's just the ships are kind of lacking in the kids area right now.
Yeah, Leanne said the kids maybe avoided the clubs. Maybe. I don't know how Nick was.
A lot of the kids were playing basketball and things. We saw a lot of kids up there playing basketball and things like that. So there just weren't as many kids for him to kind of hang out with. But he had fun. He hung out with a couple kids, and there were video games in there and just different things. He played some of the games they had in there. I forget what they played a couple days. He won some medals. He won a ship on the stick at one of the games they played. Other things. So, he had a good time. Yeah. But it wasn't his favorite cruise as far as with hanging out with the kids. But the ship, he really liked.
Yes. So there you go. We'll try to get more info from Matt. Right now, Matthew is buckling down. He's got some schoolwork to catch up on.
He's got a lot of work.
Although he was a good kid, there were a number of times where he stayed back in the cabin and did some work.
He did.
So that was fantastic.
Yeah, but he still has a lot of
stuff. That was very nice. That was very nice. A little talk about how crowded it was. The only place Larry couldn't get in was a piano bar. That was a very, very crowded place. Patrick Duffy, people love the heck out of him, and they loved going there.
I think that's one of the best piano bars.
Yes.
Guys.
That's right. Elaine Cambridge had asked about our New Year's Eve cruises. What's that New Year's Eve group cruise deal? Whatever that was. It's a short little cruise. It's just something fun we decided to do and put together.
Yeah, it's a 4-day cruise on the Carnival Radiance out of Long Beach. Goes down to Ensenada, Catalina, and back. So it's we chose that one because we wanted to go on the Radiance because it was just coming out. Actually, it was supposed to come out in November. I think they moved to December. So it's only going to be like maybe the third or fourth sailing or so. So it's on a newer ship. And then also, we just wanted something close to home that we could drive to and do for New Year's Eve that would be convenient.
Yes.
And kind of hang out with people. We've never been on a New Year's Eve cruise before, and we thought it would be
We're ready to go.
a fun one to go on.
Kathy Mills, I think most people probably went crazy with their onboard credit with the drink package. And you can you can pull that money out and gamble with it as well.
Yeah.
So I think that's probably 75% of what people did with their onboard credit. Now you can get the drink package ahead of time, or you can get right on the ship and buy it as well.
Yeah.
Costs a little more, but with that onboard credit, a lot of people are like, who cares?
Yeah.
Ryan Larry said, hanging with Matthew was great on the bolt and at cornhole. Kelly Ronaldo said, Matthew is a great kid.
Thank you.
Yeah, Betty O said, ship's pin did not say Mardi Gras, only if you purchase one with the lanyard.
Right. Yeah. The little pins that we got, they didn't have Mardi Gras.
Yes. Woohoo Girl said, our Faster to the Fun for the New Year's cruise was canceled by Carnival today.
Yeah.
I'm not surprised at that.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to have Faster to the Fun through at least for the rest of this year, from what I am understanding. So.
Yeah. Jeff Witt said, I think we're on the Radiance Act cruise as well. Fantastic. Yes, the Sand Fleas. You got to watch the Sand Fleas. I heard the dog barking. Are you expecting a package? No? Okay, good.
Not that I know.
Yeah, AJ Alfred Inglesby said, the piano bar was great, very interactive. Well, yeah, because every time you and Melody walked in, they rolled you right in, and I think they had special seats for you guys.
Yeah.
You got in no matter what.
She was playing
She's playing drums or something in there, having a great time. Flamingo Pam said, a few people were saying, Matthew's a great kid. Thank you, Kelly. Ryan with Larry said, hanging with Matthew was great on Bolt and at Cornhole. And Flamingo Pam said, Matthew is a great guy. He's not even a kid anymore.
I know,
He's almost a guy. Kelly Ronaldo, great point. Love the no smoking part in the casino. That's
a plus, yeah.
So right in the middle of our cruise, this whole thing came out about the smoking in the casino. But the Mardi Gras is very well separated, besides one area where you can really gamble without any idea of smoking. Yeah. And right in the middle of our cruise, they came out with some new protocols and stuff for casinos and how they're set up with smoking and stuff like that in the casino.
Well, and the one side is non-smoking and the smoking side. The kind of center area, that bar area, that part was pretty smoky during the cruise. And so when you walked through on the non-smoking side, when you were around that bar area, you got a little bit of smoke.
Yeah. You have to go through the casino to get to the lap, to get to the forward. But when you got to the
forward part of it, or through kind of this, just kind of crossed a barrier, crossed over, then there was no smoke.
Yeah, there's one spot that the casinos kind of come in, non-smoking and smoking. They meet right where the casino bar was, and then they separate out again. And so only a small spot on the non-smoking side would even get a whiff. Yeah, and that might start winding down because of the new protocols are put in place.
Yeah, well, I can see why they don't want smoking at the casino bar now, because all of that kind of leaks over to the non-smoking side if everyone's sitting smoking.
Yeah, well,
and that's going to make
many people were congregating and hanging out, and I think that was one of their issues. Yeah. And so now some of the new rules that they put out there, if you want to cover, these rules came out on September 13th. It's about casino updated protocols.
There's no smoking in the casino unless you are seated and playing a game. Mm-hmm. Seats at the gaming tables or slots, they're reserved for playing only.
Yes.
There's no smoking in when the casino's closed, because people will go in there just as a sit and smoke.
We did have to wear, while you were gambling, you had to wear a face mask the whole time unless you're drinking or actively drinking or smoking.
Mm-hmm. And
at first I thought they were closing the casino bars, but now I realize that the casino bars are open, but the casino bar area itself is going to be non-smoking. Mm-hmm. Instead of the casino bar being smoking, it'll be designated non-smoking. Yeah. And maybe they're just making a conscious effort to really separate the smoking and the non-smoking on the ship.
And then, of course, smoking is, it's prohibited when they are refueling the ship.
Yes. There you go. Good job, Sharon. Good job. Let's see, what else? Yes, Maryland. We love Hampton Inn. We love staying at Hampton Inn. And this one was just new and nice. And it was just
this
fantastic.
was just like the best of the Hamptons.
Yes, the breakfast was good. Wasn't my best Hampton Inn breakfast, but it was good.
Yeah, but it was a kind of a typical Hampton Inn breakfast, though. I mean, most of the same things.
Larry Bum saying the one day the bacon was on vacation that he recalls.
Oh, okay.
I'm sorry about that. I'm surprised they didn't bring out something special for you, Larry, as well. Larry, I sent you check your Facebook. I sent you a Facebook message about something as well. Tess, thank you. Matthew's definitely been raised right. Kudos to us. Thank you so much. Betty O said your cruise is what you make it. Mardi Gras was just not for us. Betty O, I'm shocked. I don't know. I'm not sure what you ran into on the Mardi Gras. I just everything really, really went well for us. And maybe you just like a little bit of a smaller, more intimate trip.
I will say that I don't know, one thing, if you're looking to go on a cruise and just completely relax, maybe just go to relax, maybe the Mardi Gras wouldn't be the ship that you would want to choose because there's so many things going on all the time. It's really hard to relax on that ship. I would have to go on it probably like 3 weeks in a row, and then maybe the fourth week I could just be like do nothing and relax because there's so many things going on, and that's the only, I guess, downside I could see to that. I mean, it's an amazing ship. There's so much to do, and but even we came home really tired. I mean, we had a group cruise, but even without that, I think we would have still came home really tired because there's just so much to do. Yeah. Just busy all the time, you know.
Joseph said, if I'm not mistaken, Carnival changed the casino bar itself to non-seating. All drinks must be brought to you by a server. Well, Joseph, I'm not sure. The thing that we just read was right off of the Carnival website, and I did hear about that new thing that went into place, but it was going into place like the day that we got off. So while we were on the ship, the casino still was normal with seating. Maybe they took the seats out of there afterwards. I'm not 100% sure. Let's see. Peter Broderick said, I love watching the cruise vloggers still up in the air about cruising. Well, listen, I think cruising is just as safe or dangerous as anything else you can choose to do. Yeah. There are a lot of people out there getting the COVID or the Delta or whatever you want to call it now that are not on cruise ships. So I don't believe that I don't think you're at any more of a risk doing one than the other. Yeah. And at least you know that the people you're surrounded by are at a minimal risk because everyone has been vaccinated and tested negative within days before getting on the ship.
And you can choose how close or you want to get to people. There's plenty of things to do where you don't have to get that close. Comfortable.
Yes. There's no gathering in the casinos otherwise. Says Joseph from the Carnival site. The new rules state only active players and their companions will be allowed in the casino. There's no gathering. Well, yeah, I mean, maybe that's I don't know. Let me read. Seats at gaming tables and slots are reserved for players only. There's no smoking in the casino unless you're seated and playing. Because they're promoting physical distancing and public health. You must wear the face mask. Casino bar is open, but it's a no smoking area. So I don't know if that translates into the bar is open, but they'll just be serving, because I did read something where it said that the bar will be closed and the servers will serve the drinks, and maybe they rescinded that already or something like that, because what we're reading is right off of the Carnival website from tonight. So we'll see how it all plays out. Yeah. I'm sure in the next coming week or so, people getting off the ships will be able to talk about what the real changes are and how it's affected them on a cruise, and then we'll see what's happening. From different class of ships too, to how the bar is set up on the ship. Yes.
I mean, they don't have the bar on the Vista class, but
that's right. Mac Lesbian, Royal and Carnival, are the kids clubs open? The youngest kids clubs, I heard on Royal they might be, but on Carnival they weren't, or they're not yet, but hopefully they will be soon. No, the older kids clubs were open.
12 to 14, the Circle C's open on Carnival, and the Club 02, 15 to 17. But
there you go.
Camp Ocean for the younger kids under 12 is not open.
Justin Morales said, hey guys, can't wait for Vegas. Also convinced my girlfriend to go on the Mardi Gras for her first cruise over Christmas. That'll be fantastic.
Nice.
Speaking of Vegas, if I could just mention it really quickly, guys, as a reminder, there's like less than 2 weeks until the second annual Sharon Travel Ship Show Vegas meetup goes off. Saturday and Sundays, the 25th and the 26th of September. Now, we've made the announcement before, so I want to remind you guys that unfortunately, the ladies will not be there. John's wife, Kelly, will not be able to make it because she has some things to do with their daughter. And Sharon will not be going because of Matthew's school stuff and being a little bit restricted. So you are stuck with the guys. It's not a boys' trip. Anyone is welcome to come. Families, children, toddlers, kids in strollers. It doesn't matter. We will hug the babies. We will kiss them if we have to. We're open to anything.
With your mask on.
With our mask on, of course. But anyone and everyone is able to go, and we would love to have you come out and hang out. What we're going to be planning, right? We're finalizing a few little things, but it looks like the place to hang out for a little while anyway on Saturday night will be the Beer House, right adjacent to New York Hotel. You have to enter the Beer House from outside, and it's almost like part of the building. So that looks to be the first spot. Chances are we'll be going between there, maybe rolling over to the outside bar at Nine Fine Irishman, which is where we wanted the original meetup to be. At one point, we'll probably go inside and hit some of the bars as well. So we'll be making our way around there, having a lot of fun. And of course, the next morning, we'll be meeting at 9:30 at Tom's Urban. Tom's Watch Bar, it might be called. Yes, you have to be there at 9:30 to meet us because we have a little section reserved for about 25 to 30 people. I don't know if there'll be many more than that. We'll see what happens. Check the prices because prices have dropped a little bit in Vegas with protocols in place. People have backed out a little bit, so double check the hotel prices if you're on the fence and going. And the Ship Show and Sharonatsea Travel will put some final things out on our Facebook groups to let you know exactly where to be, what time we'll be there. But that right now is the plan. And remember, guys, if you are in Vegas, you just might see something like this. That's right. John, myself, and of course, the word on the street is we will be joined by our dear, beloved friend, Tony from La Lido Loca. That's right. He's confirmed. He is confirmed. He's going to come there and hang out too. He reached out and said, I want to come and hang out. He's going to be traveling on the West Coast. He's got some downtime between a few things he's doing, and he's going to come hang out in Vegas as well. And so you'll see him too. So that'll be lovely to have him there. Talk about a big name draw for the big event. We're bringing in the big guns. That's all I can tell you. So that's going to be fantastic as well. All right. So Kelly Ronaldo said, I just noticed your Mardi Gras book on the shelf. We did get ours. Such a cool book.
Yes.
Yes. I'm sure we paid full price for that book. So that's all I'm going to say. We're not going to talk about that anymore. Pia said, I don't care about protocols. I am a new cruiser. There you go. I like it. Yeah. I like the attitude. CMPJ 519 was on the Mardi Gras August 21. I'll be back on Mardi Gras on October 30. We'll see how the experience changes. Excellent. Yeah. Mac Lovely said the beer house outside area is great. Stadium right behind it. Yes, we hope that'll be cool. We think it'll be a nice area with, that'll be very easy to maneuver, lots of room, and we'll see how we do. Tess Almond said you need the 3 Larrys in Vegas. Believe me, I know. I don't know if we're gonna have all 3 Larrys or what the word is.
I don't think but.
Are you sure? Are we not going to have... Larry and Diane aren't going to go as well? That is an outrage. That is an outrage. Arlene said, the men of the marriage game. That's my favorite COVID memory. Thank you very much. That was a great time. Go back and watch the Love and Marriage show between the 3 channels. That was amazing. Nancy likes it, the 3 amigos. Nancy, how are you doing? I hope Naomi's doing great and you guys are doing great out there. We miss you. We love you. And thank you for joining us here this evening. We appreciate it. Make sure you go watch all of Nancy's videos, please, on the Non-Corners Nancy channel. And all the other folks that we got to see this week. Clarence and Sin were making videos all over the place. Of course, Dave and Brandy, Robin Favor, Positive Vibes Adventures were there. Danny and Antonia were there making videos and stuff like that. They brought a friend with them. He was super cool. We had a cocktail together. Very, very nice folks as well. And were there other people creating? Dewey was probably making some videos as well. Dewey's Destinations, or just Dewey it, is what he goes by. Question, cruising with a friend, only 1 book per cabin. Are they for sale in the gift shop? Remember seeing them for sale?
I did not see them for sale in the gift shop, but I really wasn't looking for them. So possibly. But you can ask if, you want more than 1. Yeah, there's only 1 per cabin. I was gonna say if there isn't one in your cabin, you can always ask for one. But
when you get there, take the one and hide in your cabin. Then ask your cabin steward for another one because yours is
my
gone. No
gosh.
problem. There it is. Boom.
oh my god.
Or just go to your neighbor's cabin and just knock on the door and say, "Yeah, I left something here on my last cruise. Can I just go in and grab it?" And then just take theirs. It'll be fine.
Oh
No
my
problem.
gosh.
No problem. Everyone will be cool about it. Everyone will be cool. Sharon, is that it? Are we going to wrap it up? I know you have a lot to do. We've been rolling. We were going to try to stick to an hour tonight. It's been an hour and 45 minutes. No, not for sale. I asked, but I did get 2 from the room steward. And she said that they were out of them.
Yeah.
Very, very nice.
Yeah.
Jennifer Heath said, "We will not be in Vegas. We'll be driving home from Colorado." Oh, that is a bummer, Jennifer.
Yes. They're
It would've
taking
been
a
lovely to
nice
see you.
road trip. She was telling me about that. That road trip sounds amazing. Going on. Sounds like so much fun.
Joseph said that the books are not for sale, but the cabin steward did find them one. There you go. Thank you, Tess. It was a great job, especially post-cruise. I thought you might cut it short. Hugs and thanks again. My first cruise, Symphony of the Seas, end of October. Any tips or advice? Hope you all are doing well. Michaela, just go in there and have a blast. Make sure you go to the Aqua Show.
If it's or any
Hero,
Aqua show.
the Aqua Show, or any Aqua Show.
Yeah.
And I loved, oh my God, the restaurant.
Hooked.
Hooked was an amazing seafood restaurant if you like seafood. There you go. CMPG said, question, who has not hit the thumbs up? This is the time. Thank you. You're right. This is a great time on the way out. What did we learn tonight? I learned the street seats wasn't all that great.
Yeah.
We'll do that again next time. We'll bring it back to normal next time. We only got one book, even with 2 cabins booked, said Kelly. Oh, Kelly, I'm sorry. You should have sent your kids out on a mission. They could have found one for you. Those girls can be a little persuasive. Like when they made me do all those shots. But we're not going to talk about that.
Okay, they made you. Yes, Jamie.
Yeah, I was just innocently sitting there admiring.
I don't believe it.
I was looking at the flowers and the amazing landscaping, and they dragged me into their tangled web. I said, "Here, do this shot." But anyway. Thank you. Oh, Jennifer leaves on Wednesday. Jennifer, have a great trip, and we'll be in contact with you after you guys get home. Let us know when you get back into town. I learned that Sharon's a busy girl with post-vacay emails. Oh my God, yes, she had a lot. Yeah. All right. Jennifer Heath, you deserve a prize from those compassionate and helpful cruisers, said Tess Lamont.
Yes.
Jennifer was amazing. We'll talk more about that on another time. All right, guys, so that's everything. We're going to get out of here, but a lot coming up. We will be getting some vlogs out here this week. It'll be slow and steady. They are not the normal vlogs, okay? Keep in mind, this was a group cruise. Our priority was the group, so we did some filming. So we're going to put out some bits and pieces and some chopped up stuff here and there, and we'll share as much of the experience as we can with you. But it won't be your traditional, hi, we woke up, hi, we're going to lunch, hi, we're going to dinner, hi, we're going to bed, the type of stuff. But we'll do the best we can with what we got. And, of course, we have Vegas coming up. I'll be in Vegas in 2 weeks for the get-together. Then we have the Norwegian Breakaway, October 24, with the ship show. We'll be doing more vlogging on there, and that'll be a little bit easier to vlog because we will be already familiar with the ship. Not on the ship already, but we're familiar with the layout, the Breakaway versus the Encore. So that'll be fantastic. And then we got a lot of stuff coming up at the end of the year. So it's going to be a whirlwind. So thanks for hanging in there with us.
Busy rest of the year.
We love you guys. Have a great night. Sharon, did we cover all the bases?
I think so.
Okay, good. Then we're going to get out of here. You guys have a great evening. Thank you so much for joining us. And until next time, from myself, Sharon, Matthew, from Nautical Nurse Nancy, Leanne Francisconi, from Boswell and Lucy, from everybody here at Sharon Sea Travel, thanks for hanging out there with us.
Good night, everyone. Happy cruising, safe travels, and we'll see you next Monday. And you'll probably see us before on a vlog.
I would say yes, definitely. All right, we'll catch you later. Thanks a lot. Have a great night. Love you guys. Peace out.